Wow, I didn't know it'd be so close. You can't really see me. All right, so I'm looking at StreamYard because I still haven't figured out how to get my StreamYard on YouTube yet. There you are. Okay. Oh, so you do see me. Cool. And I can see the comments. That's what I was worried about, being able to see the YouTube comments on StreamYard. But that looks like it's working. So I'm drinking my Energize. I'm getting ready to get this workout in. So I was like, let me come live and try this out. But did you get a text message, Vicky, that your tax money is coming? Because I got a text message this morning. And you actually, it seems like you sent yours out before I sent mine out. So check on that. Check on that. Because you should be getting your tax monies. Tax monies. But I wanted to come in and just chit chat and while I drink this, because I ain't got nothing else to do. But that makeup came too. So perfect. The makeup came yesterday, and the look of it through the bottle, it looks a little too dark, but you know, you got to put it on first. So it looks a little bit too dark. I think I got the 170, and I think I should have maybe like went for like maybe a 150 something, but that boy phone almost, you know what? I'm going to smack you. We need to smack him. Because Pop-Up be calling him too. Pop-Up said he be messaging Leon, and Leon don't even be answering. You better answer when Pop-Up message you. You better tell him that. So let's see. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I was like, let me just jump on here. And I posted the first Sleeping Pop-Pop video. And he giggled at me and he was like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't do that. I said, yo, you are going viral, Pop-Pop. We need Pop-Pop to go viral, because Pop-Pop said, well, maybe something can come of it. Yeah, maybe I can get a couple dollars on TikTok. How does that work, Vicky? How does TikTok work? What you got? I know you have to have, like, in order to go live or something, you have to have 1,000 followers. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me close that out. I'm so glad that you can actually see the YouTube comments on the actual StreamYard. That is so nice. And then I think I can even share my screen. Oh, so if I go off, you don't see me. Is that how? Did you see me just now? In like 3,000 hours or something like that. 3,000 hours? What does that mean? 3,000 hours of you viewing TikTok? I wonder if I share this. That's what I noticed when I was watching Liv's Way. She changed her name. When I was watching Liv's Way yesterday, I was like, ooh. But I did want to share. I'll figure that out. I'll play with it. Okay. Because I see she was sharing her screen. I like how you can share your screen and you can still talk while your screen is going in case I wanted to like share a video or something. I really, really like that. And I was just like, let me come on and see what everybody's up to. And oh yeah, I'm going to be doing something. I'm going to try it out. But for voice acting class, I have to, for my next evaluation, he wants me to practice reading aloud, and reading aloud to people and have them say, okay, can you make your, can you say that and make it like you're angry. So give me an emotion, a mood, and I'm supposed, whatever I'm reading, I have to switch that however I read it, I have to switch it to that mood that you give me. So because I need to practice. I need to practice reading for when I get any kind of jobs. And I already have, like, my friend, she was like, she's starting a children's animation series, and she was like, okay, she was like, I want you for one of the characters in my children's animation series. So I've already booked the gig and I ain't even started yet. So I'm like so excited because voice acting, and Kiva is the one who actually was like, you should try, you have a great reading voice, you should try audiobooks. So kudos to Kiva. What is her channel? Commentary? I forgot what it was. Come Get This Commentary, is that what it is? She's the one who told me, you should really do this. You should really try reading for audiobooks. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be doing something that I know I can do. Hey, Manicured Money. What's up? Oh my gosh, look at my nails. That chemotherapy and these drugs that I'm taking, the radiation, look what it did to my nails. And I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait until I can get them done again. And my fingertips are still so numb. This whole finger all the way down is numb, like numb to. Yes, thank you for coming over for my sissy. Hey. I hope my nail lady told me to let them grow in some more. So I'm going to let them grow in some more. But I'm so like, I'm so over this. And my finger is so numb. Like, you guys, you don't understand the whole, and I mean, from all the way down to all the way down here, it's numb. The doctor told me that it should be better as it gets along, but they don't know how long. Cancer free. The doctors have not said that to me. They have not said you are cancer free. They have not said you are in remission. So they haven't given me those words. What they have said to me the last appointment, which I thought he was going to say after the radiation, oh, you're cancer free. No, he didn't tell me that. He said, and I thought I was finished. I thought I was finished, all of it, all of the drugs, all of the treatments, the doctor's visits, and I'm not. So I get in there for my infusion, which I thought I was only going to have one more infusion left after that infusion. And this was sitting on the thing. And I looked at him and I was like, okay, I thought I was done. I thought I was finished the infusions. I thought I had one more left, because he looked at me, he said, no. He said, we wanted you to have 17 infusions, which is the Herceptin and the Perjeta. And we want you to have, which I get that in a shot. Okay, so it's a shot that goes into my thigh, and I get that every 3 weeks. So he was like, we wanted you to have 17 treatments of that. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so how many treatments have I had? How many treatments you think I done had? I was only on my 6th one, so I have to get to 17. How many is that? Like 9 more. So I don't think I'm going to be finished with all of that until probably April. And I wear glasses. I can't see without my glasses. So I'm sorry for the glare, but I'm trying to figure out what is it that's green. But yeah, so no, I have not gotten the cancer free. I haven't gotten that. So I mean, I'm not going to get myself bummed out. You know who was that said that to me? My editor. Oh yeah, I got things popping off. Like I have a chapter in a book that we are trying to get finalized this year and printed and everything so that I can have when I do my speakers showcase in June. And it's only one chapter, but my editor, she looked at me, she told me, she said, well, don't think of it as, dang, I have all of these treatments left. She said, think of it as I have one more left. Every time you go, she say, I have one more left. I have one more left. I have one more left. And when I said that to myself, I have one more left, it made me feel so much better versus saying, I have 9 more left. You know, everybody tells me that. You seem to be in good spirits, and that's good. I am in good spirits now, and I think that has to do with me stepping out of my comfort zone, way out of my comfort zone, and saying, I'm going to invest a good amount of money in myself and sign up for a speaker showcase. And for one, that speaker showcase is in June, and it's during the time that I'm usually at Scentsy convention. So I will miss Scentsy convention this year, which I never missed it. I have not missed one in 10 years. So I'm kind of like making, like, I have to make this, take it seriously and put my all into it. And I'm still coming up with my what I'm going to speak about. So I think I'm going to focus on, let me see. I think I'm going to focus on self-development, personal growth, and I think I'm going to do my talk on resilience, because that seems to have to be the big thing in my life, is being resilient. Like, I've been through so much within the last 2 years. It's unbelievable. And people always tell me, you're like, at all the funerals that I've been for family members that have passed these last couple months, oh, you look so good. You have so much grace about you. You're taking this in so much stride. And I'm like, well, I think I have that in my mindset. Like, okay, this is happening to me. I have to go through it, and I have to grow through it. Because if you don't grow through it, then I think I would be going downhill versus going uphill if I didn't really be like, okay, I'm actually going to grow through this. I'm actually going to be like, okay, now I don't have an excuse. Now I don't have an excuse. No, I was that close. I was that close to going. Like, literally, he was like, my tumor in my breast was growing fast. Like, I went in and had my mammogram in July, and July 15th is when I actually got the diagnosis. Went back in to have, when I started chemo in August, it went from a 1.5 centimeters to 4 centimeters. So that sucker was growing fast. My cancer was an invasive. It was aggressive. And they were like, it's not a 3 or a 4. I'm only a stage 2, but it was aggressive enough to where I really had to step back, and I had to step back from a lot of things that I'm so used to doing. Like, I stepped back from working out, which is like therapy for me. Oh my God, that was so hard. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to try to eat healthier, and that'll help. It didn't work like that. It didn't really work like that for me. It went kind of okay, but I was more or less trying to keep myself eating, because my appetite, when that chemo, my appetite would be gone. If it was not for smoking weed, which I need to get me a card or something, if not for that, I would have had no appetite, and I probably would have been smaller. When I started chemo, I was at 151. I weighed myself this morning. I'm at 173.6. And then they told me, we don't want you to lose weight. And I'm looking at them like, you don't want me to lose the weight, but this is not healthy. I'm not healthy. I don't feel healthy. So what you got to do, you got to keep going. You have to keep going and try to stay as positive as possible. And seeing my hair come back and not losing my eyebrows all the way was something that is like making me feel better about myself, because I haven't really been taking pictures of myself. I haven't really been posting myself on my social media. Like, usually I'm always going live in my stories and saying stuff. I just haven't been feeling it. So I'm starting to feel better about how I look. And it's crazy how not having enough, not being hydrated enough. So if you have blemishes on your face, you are not hydrated enough. Me drinking, my face, it looks all right today, but oh my God, it was just dark spots everywhere. And that's because I've been stepping up drinking water. I have no appetite really. And I've been forcing myself to drink water, and that's still. So it's more or less trying to keep myself, telling myself, okay, you are going to show up for yourself today, this week, every day. You're going to show up every day. Hey, Kayla. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it, because these last couple months, your girl ain't been feeling that at all. I've been looking back at my old pictures of myself and old videos like, wow, I am not that person anymore. Like, that person has evolved. That person has grown. That person has, like, she's still there, but I'm more, it's a different feeling I have right now. Look up slugging. It's another way to hydrate your skin. I've been doing this, and it's working. Slugging. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. And it's not really my skin that needs hydrating. I think it's my insides. If that makes any kind of sense at all. I think it's like my organs, my joints. Because when you hydrating yourself, your joints, it goes to your bones, your muscles, and everything also. So when you get a cramp, grab you some water and drink it. Take deep breaths. Tell that oxygen, I'm going to go to my knee, I'm going to go to my ankle, I'm going to go to whatever. So I think it's more or less that for me, because I just feel better. I just feel a lot better about staying positive and not getting down, and keep saying to myself, okay, this cancer, you have this cancer, it doesn't have you. You have the cancer, it doesn't have you. Really, really delving into the issues to the reason why I got the cancer in the first place has been a challenge it'll be almost 6 months. And the doctors did tell me that this will be a year-long journey. So that's a year long. So it'll be a year for me in August. August 19th is when I started my first chemotherapy treatment. So I believe that'll be what they're calling my year. And I hopefully, God, I'll be done chemo. I mean, I'll be done the Herceptin and Perjeta then. But since radiation has been over, I'm slowly starting to come out of the hot flashes. That's why I don't have anything on. Those hot flashes, I tell you, like, I'm starting to feel one right now, and it goes from the inside out. So like, first I feel my whole entire insides getting hot, like through my arms, up through my head, up through, like, here is so hot, like my forehead is hot, the back of, and then it all comes out like just wet. I just feel hot and soaking wet here. It is a journey. That's what I do when I am walking and my knees start to hurt. I take deep breaths. Yes, ma'am. Deep breaths and water. Let me tell you, that first day, so I am on I am doing the 30-day work. I'm doing the 30-day Let's Get Up workout, right? So I'm on, today will be day 5. And let me tell you, day 1, I was okay. I was winded and everything. But day 2, when I came down from taking a shower after I got done and everything, my feet were cramping. Like my toes of both feet were cramping so much to that, like I was literally standing here like crying, like literally like, oh my God, what do I do? I grabbed my water and I just started chugging it. Chug, 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 chug. And it started going away. Then it didn't go away all the way down. I was like, okay, I intermittent fast, like Vicky was saying. I intermittent fast, and I'm supposed to have had something to eat. I'll probably eat around like 2, maybe 2 or 3. But I was like, oh my gosh. And the previous day before, Nation came home and he handed me this banana, and he was like, here, Mom, I got this banana for you because I know you do your smoothies, and I got this banana for you. The only banana in the house. I so happened to remember that my feet started cramping even more. And I'm like, oh my God, the water's not working. Went upstairs, grabbed that banana, started eating that banana. Boom. Potassium. The potassium. The potassium is one thing that I was struggling. So I'm just like, I got to keep myself hydrated. Keep yourself hydrated. And I even started drinking the Hydrate, Beachbody Hydrate with my workouts. For the last 2 days, I've been doing that. And I have not been getting cramps. So the Energize to get me that little boost. And let me tell you, this does give me that little boost. Speaking of that, I need to drink this. I've been telling myself, you're going to work out today. No matter how long it takes you to get to that point, do it. Show up for yourself, because your health is your wealth. People, let me tell you, I would not have known that I had cancer if not for losing the weight. If not for doing that 75 hard challenge. Wow. Because I was telling them doctors for years, like under my arm, it was so big. It was, oh, like you can't see it now because I had surgery here. So you can't even see the scar. It healed so nicely. But right here is where my scar is. You can't even see it. And they removed 2 lymph nodes from here. But them lymph nodes had my arm boobie. I call these things arm boobies. It was so big under here too. But now you can't see it. So for a couple years, I've been telling the doctors, there's lumps under here. There's lumps under here. And they're telling me, no, it's just fat. So in August of 2020, I went and I had a mammogram because I'm 43. I was 42 then. Well, 41 in 2020. Well, no, I was 42 when I went, and I was like, I want to get a mammogram. You get your first, when you turn 40, you get a free mammogram. So I was like, okay, let me get this mammogram. Got that mammogram, child. They came back and they was like, it ain't nothing. It sent me a email. It's nothing. It's fat. It's probably fat balls. And something kept telling me no, because for one, I was noticing changes in my body. For one, my joints, no matter how healthy I was eating, I was just always, my knees would hurt, just pain. And I was getting tired, and I'm so high energy. I'm not used to it. And I was getting tired, like for no reason at all. So something said, okay, you need to do something, because evidently I emotionally eat. So working out is helping me, but I'm not eating as healthy as I want. So I found one of my Beachbody coach friends, Danielle. She was doing a 75 hard challenge. So I was like, okay, what is this 75 hard challenge? And she was like, get the book and do the challenge. It's mental toughness. It's more mental toughness than losing weight. It's not something you do to lose weight. You do it to get mental toughness, because let me show you. I got this up on my thing to keep me reminded. Okay? So, it's helped for you to build confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, self-belief, grit, fortitude, discipline, determination, and perseverance. Let me tell you, my 75 days, I established all of those. And I will forever love this program. If you want to try it, get the book. Get the book. It's by Andy Frisella. Give me 1 second. Let me grab it. Boom. Girl, I ain't going that way, girl. You want to say hi? Hold on. 75 Hard by Andy Frisella. You see that? A tactical guide to winning the war with yourself. Okay? This book changed my whole mind. This program. What it is, okay? You have to have 2 45-minute workouts, and there is an app. There is an app for it, so you can keep track of yourself. Where is my app? So you get 2 45-minute workouts a day. One of those 45-minute workouts has to be outside. Okay? So what I was doing was I would do my regular workout in the morning, whether it was one of the Beachbody programs or and my 10-minute yoga, 10-minute yoga every day. That's what I did. 10-minute yoga, Beachbody program. If you're interested, I'm a Beachbody coach. Let me hook you up. But 10-minute yoga every day, I was doing that. Then I did 2 different programs. I did Let's Get Up, and what did I do? I was doing Let's Get Up, and I was doing 645. I think I did a couple programs because that's 75 days. I think I was doing 9-week control free. I'll let you guys know which ones I was doing, but that was my morning workout. Okay, and then he says wait maybe 3 or 4 hours after that workout to get your outside workout. I was waiting more than that. I would do my workout in the morning early. I tried to have my workout done 10, 11, no later than 10, 11, because of getting Nation and everything. Get that done after he leaves, and then get everything I need to do for the day. And then before I go to bed, or around 6:30, 7 o'clock, I would do my outside workout. And what I was doing for my outside workout was going outside and walking my neighborhood for 45 minutes, setting my Apple Watch, walking for 45 minutes, making sure I was doing some hills, making sure that I was clocking myself for it. And then there's my 2 45-minute workouts. Okay, so that's the one thing you have to do. 2 45-minute workouts, one outside and one inside, or whatever, but one had to be outside, get some fresh air. Then you have to take a picture of yourself every day. You have to take a picture of yourself every day, and you have to post that. Well, you don't have to post your picture, but you have to take a picture every day, just for the accountability. So it really does help with accountability. And what else do you have to do? You have to read 10 minutes of a self-help book every day. 10 minutes of a self-help book. No, it can't be like, it has to be, where's my book? A true self-help book. Like, I have so many of them. Oh my gosh. Where's the one that I'm reading now? Where is it at? Hold on. All right, well, I'll just grab Renee. And it has to be a self-help book. Like a self-help book. Not like a magazine or a regular book. 10 minutes of that a day. What else? What was it? What else is it? Oh my God, how did I forget? 10 minutes a day, weigh yourself, the self-help. It was only a couple things. Let me go to the app so you guys can. Where is my app? 75. There it is. Okay. All right. So this is the app, right? And let me do it. It's okay. Here it is. Now it even gives you like to check out every day. Okay. So first workout, you get a reminder. You can actually set a reminder for yourself. The second workout, take a progress picture every day. 10 pages of reading a self-help book every day. Drink 1 gallon of water a day. Ladies, yes, 75 days, 1 gallon of water every day, right? Follow a diet. Okay? Follow a diet. Whatever diet you want to follow it. You're not eating carbs, you're not doing this, you're doing keto. Follow your diet. No cheat meals or alcohol for 75 days. Do you know how hard that was? Okay. 5 minutes cold shower. That looks added. That's added. That wasn't there before. Ain't no I don't know about that one. I'm not a keen to cold. I like my water hot. And 8, yeah, he added a couple things. I like it now. He added 3 things. Okay, so that was it. He added 5-minute cold shower, 8 power list critical tasks, and 10 minutes dedicated visualization. I like that. Those 3 things were added, right? So I was doing that. I was doing that every day for 75 days. Let me tell you, when I got to maybe like day, I forget what day it was, but I started feeling something. And it was like little. It was maybe like that size, right? And I was like, it's something there. It's like a little nugget, because I make sure I self-exam, and I was like, oh, it's a nugget there. Oh, okay. Keep going, keep going. I kept working out. Then all of a sudden, one day, I was sitting like this, and I went like this. Oh, honey boo. If it was growing, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's growing. And I looked at my husband and I said, this is growing. I was like, this is growing. I was like, I think I have cancer. And he was like, nah. He was like, that ain't nothing. That's nothing. So, and this had to be like maybe February. So in April, it was a little bigger. So I had to make an appointment, and I didn't have insurance. So I had to go to a free clinic, and I made the appointment with the free clinic, and they could not see me until June. They couldn't see me until the end of June. So trust me, that waiting was excruciating. I'm not currently reading the Bible. I'm going to get back to my little story, but Shauna's Place, how are you? I'm not reading the Bible. I do have my Bible. My Bible is always handy and ready for me. What I do is I listen to a podcast every morning, and it is called the Big Life Devotional Podcast. The Big Life Devotional Podcast is a Christian podcast with Pamela Krim, and I listen to it on what is this? Is this Apple Podcast? I don't know what it is. It's just podcast. I just have whatever this podcast symbol is. Whatever this is, that's what I listen to, and she looks like this. Boom. So, and then this is the she always talks about God, and she says this is her conversation. This is what God brought. It's a daily devotional for women. So this is what I listen to in the morning. And if not for even that, I wouldn't even. Let me tell you, my faith. So okay, back to the story. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, it's getting bigger. And from April to June, the end of June, I gotta sit there and I gotta wait. I gotta wait for a doctor's appointment so that I can get a referral to get a mammogram, because I already had one, mind you. Remember, I had one in August of 2020, and here we are. We're in 2021. We're in April of 2021, so I had to wait. So I go in to the clinic, and I look at the lady. I look at the nurse and I tell her, and I said, okay, I'm just here because I know I need to have doctor's approval to get a mammogram so that you can refer me to somebody so I can get a mammogram, because I already had one. And I looked at her and I told her, I said, I had a mammogram in August and it came back nothing. I said, but I feel it and you'll feel it too. I said, it's big. Every time I put my arm down, I feel it. And she looked at me and she said, okay, got myself undressed. Da, da, da. She's doing the exam and she's like, oh my gosh. She was like, yes. And I swear it was like, I don't know how big 1.5 centimeters is, but that's how big it was. And she was like, okay, I'm going to, I believe it's benign. Don't worry. So she was actually like pushing it off like it was nothing. But the doctor, she was the nurse practitioner. The doctor was like, no, we're going to send you for, not a biopsy, but to get the mammogram and to get a sonogram. I think that's what they call it, a sonogram too. So I was like, okay, I'm down for that. And luckily, my sissy, my big sister Catrice, she went with me that day. And I'm so thankful that she was there with me that day, because I was very scared. But I went, and this was July. This was in July. This was maybe like July the 13th. July the 13th, I went in for the mammogram. Got the mammogram. We were sitting there. We were waiting, and the doctor came. The lady that did the mammogram, she was like, "Okay, the lady's gonna come in and she's gonna do the sonogram." I believe that's what it's called. And when she was doing that, she was clicking and she was looking and she was clicking and she was clicking and she was clicking, because they're taking pictures of everything. And I do have, I believe in my video that I took a picture of what was showing when she was clicking. And she was like, okay, I'm going to go get the doctor. And the doctor's going to come out here and talk to you, because I do see some things. And I was like, okay. And I looked at my sister and I was like, and she was like, don't worry. We don't know nothing yet. So the doctor came in, and the doctor was like, I'm a little concerned, so I'm going to send you for the biopsy. And I was like, okay, biopsy. Great. Shit. What? But you know what? I felt relieved, because I was like, I knew this. I have been telling doctors that for years. I swear, at least 5-6 years, I've been saying, I feel something. So we go for the biopsy. I did the biopsy. The biopsy was July 13th. The mammogram was July the 8th. Okay, so July 13th, I go in for the biopsy. It didn't hurt. My husband went with me for that, and he said that they stick this like gun. They stuck it like, it was like a gun, and it stuck in my boob, and it like sucked. He said he saw flesh come out. So I think he did a couple samples. Like, he took a couple samples, and He was like, okay, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna let you know what's going on, right? So I'm like, okay. So this was July 13th. July 15th, in the middle of my workout, you're gonna kick cancer's ass. You're really doing the work. I'm trying, babe. I really am trying. Okay, so he's telling me, so I get a call. I'm in the middle of my workout, right? And I have Dr. Brown saved into my phone. So my phone rings and it says Dr. Brown. Girl, sweat pouring down, breathing all heavy. I answer the phone and he goes, Mrs. Williams, you have cancer. So I just fell to the floor and I just sat there. And I was like, first it was like a cry of relief because I'm like, I know myself, like I know my body, I know what's going on. So I sat there and I was like, okay. And he was like, can you come in today? And I'm like, yeah. Boom, come in, make your appointment. I said, how? He's like, how long do you need to get ready? Oh, what? How long do I need to get ready? Okay, I'm going to get ready now. And he told me the diagnosis was, he said, you have invasive ductal carcinoma. Okay. Stage 2. That's what he told me. Stage 2, invasive. So I'm looking up this word invasive, and that means aggressive. Okay. You want to see me that quick? Like, I said, okay, I can be there within like 2 hours. Okay. So I get there and I remember stuff, but I was just kind of just sitting there like this. Like, some stuff was sinking in, but some stuff was just going in and out. Because I was just thinking to myself, like, boo, I don't care what nobody says, girl. This not hereditary. This is nothing. You gave yourself this cancer. You gave yourself this cancer because you have to start looking at you and focus on you. You can't take care of everybody else no more. You can't be everything to everybody else no more. You can't. And I was like, okay, you can't push stuff to the side. You can't people please anymore. You can't let somebody treat you like you ain't shit, because you know who you are. God gave me this cancer to push me to step up for myself, to be there for myself, and to be like, no matter how things go in my relationship and my marriage, I have to do stuff for myself. I have to not, regardless of how my marriage goes, how it's going to end out. Right now, we're working on things. But let me tell you, a couple weeks ago, real talk, a couple weeks ago, my husband sent me this long breakup text. Like, I want a divorce text. Like, I deserve better text. Yeah. And this is before I was going in for my treatment. Then he sends me a couple hours later, he sends me a text like, I guess my higher mind loves the struggle. We'll talk about it after you heal. He's changed. I will say that things are going smoothly and things are changing. It's just, for me, the expectation of sex is hard for me. I don't feel pretty. I don't feel sexual. That's not my mindset. My mindset is, you need to heal. You need to focus on you, not I need to be intimate. And that's one thing that I was doing, was not focusing on myself and giving when I didn't want to give. You know what I mean? Even when I didn't want to, I still would. And that is one of the things that the cancer was that I know it was there for, right? So Just thinking of that, just thinking of that and thinking how strong I'm being right now. Like, it's been, I'm telling you, he ain't been getting none. Like the last 6 months, he's maybe 3 times. At first it was, yeah, and then it started hurting. Down my area started hurting. My area changed. I went and got a pap smear, and I ain't had a pap smear in like over 20 years. Girl, when I tell you no insurance and don't like doctors, I have had it when she did that pap smear, she was like, "Oh my goodness," because I have a bicornuate uterus. And bicornuate uterus means, well, the way the doctor explained it to me is my uterus is shaped like a heart, right? So there's no way for the baby to pass through my walls. So all of my children, all 4 of my boys have been cesarean sections, C-sections. I can never deliver naturally. So what does that automatically mean? That means my area ain't, it's not wide or nothing. It's not open. So when she's trying to put that thing in there after 24 years of continuously being sexually active to going to like 6 months, well, not it wasn't even 6 months then, it was, yeah, it was like 4 or 5 months of basically no sexual activity. That thing closed. And when I tell you that thing closed, that thing is tight down there. Like, whoa. Like, I don't even look. Let me tell you. So I'm steadily working on myself and feeling more confident now that I've actually taken the chance on being like, saying to myself, I don't want to die. Like, I don't want to die. So when we're in the doctor's office, my husband was there with me, and I'm glad he was there with me because he could take in what I couldn't. He could take in what I couldn't, and ask the questions that I couldn't ask, because I knew he could tell that I was just like, that I was there but I wasn't there. So they started telling me, "Oh my God, girls." They started telling me about all of this treatments, and he said, "We got to get you started right away." He said, "Because your cancer is aggressive, and we need to get you, we got this treatment plan, and we're going to be he was saying, oh my God, he was saying so much about hard, like way more stuff than what I had to go through." So I looked at my husband and I was like, and he was like, okay, he was like, "So what about, we're trying to have as less toxins in her system as possible. What do y'all think?" And he was like, "Well, because you are HER2 positive, which means oh my gosh, like with this cancer, my memory, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous that chemo does to you. But HER2 positive, I'm not what is it, hormones, estrogen, oh my gosh, hormones, estrogen. It's one other thing, but I'm not hormones. It's not my estrogen. I'm negative for those two. I was positive for the third one. So, but basically, he was like, you're HER2 positive, which is a specific targeted cancer, and we have a trial for that. When he said we have a trial for that, we was like, okay, what does that entail? He was like, you'll experience less chemotherapy, but it will be a year-long process. You will have to get radiation. He was like, and I think he even, if I remember correctly, he said, I'm going to have to take a pill for the rest of my life. I think that's what he said, but I don't know that part yet. Right. So I'm like, okay, boom, let me know. So he went and got the lady. She brought me back this pamphlet that's like that big, and it had all of the it had everything, all the side effects that I'll experience, what my treatment plan would look like everything. And he was like, okay, you agree, you look over this, don't take too long. So I took a couple days, get back to me. I looked it over, and I asked a couple people. I asked a couple like my sister. I was like, well, what do you think I should do? I asked my husband, what do you think I should do? You know what I mean? And let me tell you, trying to figure out what would be best for me was like one of the most horrible things for me to have to go through, because I was like, I'm so used to doing everything for everybody else. It's like, okay, you got to make this decision for yourself. You can't really let somebody else say something, because first my husband's like, chop it off. I chop both of them off. Just chop them off. So I wouldn't have, he going Angelina Jolie hard, right? So I'm sitting there like, oh, chop it off. Chop it off. Do I want to take my breast off? How would I feel? But I was told, they were telling me, reconstruction, you will get reconstruction. We will help you, no matter if you take one or both of them. And they were like, you don't have to get the fake boobie. He said, we can take fat from wherever and make you another boobie. And I was like, okay, I'm thinking about that. No. So I asked my sister, and she was like, baby girl, whatever you think is going to be good for you is going to be good for you. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to do the trial. Trial went good. 12 weeks of chemotherapy every day. Was it every day? It's my memory. God dang.
No, it was every week.
Once every week.
Once every Thursday.
Every Thursday. My memory, man. Maybe maybe I'm trying to block that shit out and get rid of it out my brain, like you healed. But every week, once a week, every Thursday. What is Taxol, Herceptin and Perjeta, Benadryl for the so I wouldn't have any like reactions. I call that happy juice, because that Benadryl, my goodness, that was like high as hell. I was high. What else? The Herceptin and the Perjeta, and then the steroid. But I only had the steroid the first time. I would have to get the Benadryl before. Then they did the Herceptin and the Perjeta, and then the Taxol will come late afterwards. The first 2-3 weeks, I thought I was the shit. I thought I was like, oh, this ain't bad. This ain't bad. Still trying to work out. Nah, it started getting bad. Started getting the nauseous, not wanting to eat, the tiredness. The tiredness was what got me. I was still trying to be like, okay, I'm going to try to get up and work out. No. What you talking about? You ain't working out. You ain't doing that. Oh, the food, making myself eat. I think, what else? It was making the food, trying to eat the sweats. Chemotherapy, hot flashes. No joke. I swear to you, for most of the chemo, I was practically naked. No underwear, no bra, and a nightgown. Hot. When I mean hot, not radiation, the little ones that I get now. Hot to where I practically was like, I'm gonna die. I felt like I was gonna die. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. 15-minute hot flash. Go cold for maybe 2-3 minutes. Hot flash, cold, hot flash, cold, hot flash, cold. Off, on, ridiculous. But I was all right. I was like, okay, this is not bad. Then one day, I don't know how many weeks into chemo I was sitting down here, and I happened to go like this. And I went like that. it was only small. It was a small clump of hair. But I was like, oh my gosh, my hair is going to start coming out. My hair is going to start coming out. And I've had my hair cut short, but not like bald. So I was like, okay, it's different when you do it yourself versus medicine taking it from you, right? So every day it's a little bit. And because my hair was so curly, I would wet it every day to get the curls back in, or else that stuff would look crazy. So one day I'm wetting it and I finger combed my hair. I no comb, no brush, finger comb. And I went like that, and like half my head of hair came out in my hands. So I'm standing in the mirror and I'm like, I got a whole handful of hair, and I'm like, all right. So it was like more or less right here where all of it came. So it's thinning and thinning and thinning every day, every day. Every day I'm finger combing, I'm pulling out so much hair. I'm sitting here going like this. Hair is it's just falling, right? So I'm like, all right. And it got to the point where so much of my hair, because I was like, why is my scalp hurting? Like hurt, like pain. And the doctor was like, because your hair is coming out. And because it's too heavy. So it's just fall. So I was like, okay. And they have this place in the McGlynn Cancer Institute in the Reading Hospital. That's where I go for my cancer treatments. And it's an imaging like place where they'll cut your hair, you do wigs for your fingernails, all that kind of good stuff. So I saw that the lady was in there one day before my treatment, and my hair was thin. It was thin, and you could see through it. You could actually see through the little strands that I had left to my scalp, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go over there. I meant to film it. I really did mean to film it, but something for me in that moment, I didn't cry. I just sat there, and she cut it, the little pieces that was left. She took the thing, and she told me, she said, we don't do, we leave it like a buzz cut, and we don't actually like make you bald because of, I think she was saying because of the way the medicine, I forget what she said, why, but she didn't take it all the way down. But there you go. I was bald then. And because of my hot flashes, I haven't never picked up a wig or worn a wig. I'd always wear my little hats, the little cancer caps that we have outside and everything. But for the most part, I've just let my bald head do what it do. I let it do what it do because I was like, okay, it's no use trying to put a wig on and 2 minutes later I gotta take it off because I'm soaking wet, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm good with that. Good with that. 7 weeks of of chemo go by. 8 weeks. Now, mind you, I had 12 weeks. 12 weeks. I think I finished cancer treatments on November 4th. I think that was my last day. November 4th, my last Taxol, right? So I think I'm done, right? He looked at me. He said, no. He said, you got to get Herceptin and Perjeta injections. And here I thought I was only going to I would be done now. Nah, you got to have 17 treatments. I only have 6 done. I need to have 9 more, right? So I'm like, okay, all right, I got this. Do I have to? But, that's the biggest thing. After my second week, that third week, after that cancer, that Taxol, the chemo, it was gone. The lump was gone. The tumor was gone. It literally disappeared because of the trial that I'm in that specifically targets the HER2 positive cancer. It specifically targeted my tumor and shrunk it. So what you think? I think I'm done. I get to see the doctor every Thursday. Every Thursday they would see me because of how I was doing that week. And I thought I would be done. I'm like, okay, am I done? Am I good? And they're like, well, you can stop this trial whenever you want. And that was one big thing for me. Like, it's not there. Do I stop the trial? But I watch a YouTuber. Her name is your favorite PO. And she's going through her second journey with breast cancer. The first time the cancer, the tumor was gone when she did the chemo, and she stopped the chemo. Hers came back. So I said, no, I'm going to continue my chemotherapy process all the way out because I want to be in remission. I want to be cancer free. Okay. I am healed. I am a survivor. You know what I mean? So I said, I'm going to finish mine through. And that's where I am now. I'm finishing this shit through. And I'm calling on myself to not put myself in this motherfucking position ever the fuck again, because I did a genetic testing. Cancer is not in my genetic, there in my makeup. There was like something in there for like colon cancer, but they said that that wasn't really nothing, but they have no explanation on why I have cancer because it's not really hereditary. But what I think doctors and all of these people really need to realize is that we manifest disease within ourselves. Yeah, we manifest disease within ourselves by the shit that we hold in. So I'm holding in all all the shit that had happened in my relationship that I thought I was so strong and resilient and thought I could be like, okay, I understand how he feel and what he going through, so I'm going to forgive and da-da-da-da-da-da. The last couple years, that shit came back, smacked me in my face, and I've been feeling angry towards him, resentment. Like, do you know how much shit did I? That's a whole nother live right there in itself. That I done gave myself this cancer fooling with fuckery. This cancer has made me bold. It's made me stand up for myself and be like no to people I couldn't really tell no before. It made me really, really, because people have been telling me, oh, you're so strong, and you're so resilient and everything. And I've been like, yeah, I know, but I really did not really actually believe it until this journey has really, really made me be like, girl, 2020, January of 2020, I almost lost my oldest child. Do you know I only have one video up? Because every time I start to look at those videos and replay and rehash all of that in my mind, my baby child. If you don't know, January 11th, actually it was January 10th of 2020, my then 22-year-old son rear-ended a tractor trailer, took the axle off the truck, died at the accident, died at the hospital. I need to put those videos together, but more or less it's me sitting with the process of what do I delete out of those lives that I did at the hospital, and do I share everything? Because some things happened to me to really make me step up and be like, okay, to really see my husband for, and I don't like really talking bad, but I'm not talking bad, and I need to really fucking get that in my head that I'm just sharing my truth and my facts. You're sharing your truth and your facts. You're not bad talking anybody. These are facts. This is truth. There have been big things to happen in my life, and the person my husband's supposed to be there for me, he has not. So Kai, and to tell, oh my gosh. And you know what? That is one of my stories that I'm sharing at my showcase. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to put this all in as to show resilience. But I know my main focus is, where did my little pad go? Is do you know how resilient you are, or do you remember when the hardest thing hit you to make you resilient? So that's like what my talk is about. And this right here was basically what happened to Kai was like the beginning of a shift in my life. Because that shift, when that happened, because look, I went to bed, right? It's like 10 something. It's 10 something, and he always calls me. He called me, "Hey mom," he FaceTimed me, "Hey mom, I'm over here at Khalil's house, and we're packing up. I just finished helping him paint, and I'm on my way home. This 10:20. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you when you get in, bud, tomorrow morning." Okay. So I'm in the bed. I go to bed. My son Newborn, he works, that's his name, Newborn. He works at the Five Guys, and he closes. So he gets off late. So it was like 11. It was like 11 something. And my husband went to pick him up. This is going to blow your mind. They get back to the house and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we saw this really bad accident. It's fire trucks, it's ambulance, it's everything," right? So we go to bed. I get a knock on the door. Mom, Kai's been in a really bad accident. He's at the hospital. So, I sit up and I said, okay. And because I have because I have a child with a disability, and I had to learn how to focus my energy, because my energy affected his energy when he would go into his seizures. So I sat there and I sat up and I said, "Okay, Newborn, okay, say that again so that it can register better. So I can really," so he said, "Kai's been in a really bad accident. I'm speaking with Valdo on the phone. He's gone to the hospital." Okay. Get yourself up. And I'm mentally talking to myself. Get up. Don't lose your shit. Get up. Find out. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on yet. So don't really panic yet. Okay. Slow down. So, okay. So I'm getting up and I'm rushing around and I'm tapping him. He's out. And I'm like, "Kay, wake up. Kai's been in a really bad accident. We need to get to the hospital." Yeah. "Wake up. We need to go to the hospital. I'm going to fucking leave without you. I'm going to leave without you. Right? Fuck you. I'm gone." Right? So I'm getting my clothes on and I'm sitting there debating whether I'm going to put a bra on, because I'm like, shit, I just got to go. Right? So then I'm like, okay. Newborn's on the phone with Valdo. Valdo is one of the people that was in the car with Kai. Right? So he's like, okay. He's telling me, I'm like, "Well, what hospital he's at?" And he's like, "I don't know." So boom, hit mommy mode. I'm calling the hospitals. What hospital did I call first? I think I called Reading Hospital first. No, I called St. Joseph's, because that's the closest hospital. St. Joseph's. I think that's what it called. And the lady was like, "No, we don't have nobody. We don't have nobody by that name." Oh my God, where is my child? I'm freaking out, right? I'm calm. I'm freaking out, but I'm still maintaining, right? I'm being resilient, right? And I'm like, okay, I called down to Reading and I'm talking to the lady and I'm like, "Ma'am, please, my son was just in a really bad accident up here on Route 61 and I can't find him. Do you know what she said? She said, we have a John Doe. We said, we have a John Doe that just arrived. And if you watch shows, John Doe is death. That means that's a dead body. To me, that's my first thing. So I dropped to the floor. I dropped to the floor, and the newborn, he drops to the floor, and we're just both sitting there crying. And she's like, "Man, please." She's like, "Calm down." She's like, "You know what you need to do? You need to, we don't know. That wasn't, I'm sorry, that was not what the lady at Reading Hospital said. We don't have nobody by that name. She said you need to call the state trooper. You need to go to the state troopers who was at the scene of the accident. That's what I did, right? And then she was like, they'll be able to tell you where your son is, right? So I was like, it wasn't the Reading. She was like, do that. So I asked Newbie to ask Valdo what hospital Kai went to. Valdo said he didn't know, right? So we get our clothes on. I get my shoes and stuff on. Go to the state troopers barracks, and I'm talking to the state trooper, right? Mind you, when I go into the state troopers, I'm like, oh my God, Newbie, I forgot my purse with my license in it. I said, I drove all the way over here with no license. What if they ask me for my ID and stuff? So I just go in there and I talk, and I go in there and I say, okay, I'm here because my son was in a really bad accident. The accident that just happened out here on 61, right? He was like, oh, okay, yeah, I arrested your son before. I turned around and I looked at newborn. Oh, God was there with me. My mom was there with me. The angels was there with me because I calmed myself down. And this is just what my face looked like. I looked at him. I said, you ain't never seen my son in here because he ain't never been arrested. I said, where is my child? You know? So he goes and he pulls out, and I'm like, where is he at? He said he's at St. What hospital did he go to? Oh my God, my brain. Lehigh Valley. He's down there. And he's John Doe, probably because he doesn't have his license, his ID. So I'm like, well, where is his? So this joker goes back in the back and brings out his wallet, and his wallet got a stack of money in it. So I guess he took his wallet because they thought he was some big drug deal. I said, no, my son works over there at the Verizon. He's the manager at the Verizon, and he just got his commission check. That's what that money is in there. So he gave me his wallet. Oh, I was over it. But he was after I got at him, like, you ain't arrested my son. You don't know my child. He ain't never been arrested. He's fucking good boy. Right? So he's like, okay, you get yourself together. He was like, do not rush to go down there. He was like, don't rush to go down there because they're probably still working on him. So basically, he died at the accident. He was gone. They brought him back, rushed him down to the hospital, to the best hospital, because he had to be put in the trauma unit. He died at the hospital. That's why they put him in as a John Doe, right? So I go back to the house to get my license. Try to wake him up again. So he tells me he didn't hear me. He didn't really comprehend what I was saying. That's how I just rely on myself. That's how I stay resilient, because I've had to, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. I got to go to the hospital. Man, Nubia, get it in the ways, go down there. And what filled my heart was that his friends, we don't see them too much now, but at least, oh my gosh, it was at least 6 or 7 of them was already there at the hospital, sitting there. sitting there. And I have my YouTube, my Facebook. I went live on Facebook when I got to the hospital because I just felt so alone, and I was like, I need to calm myself down and I need to get this out. I need to speak it out. I need y'all to pray. So I went on Facebook like, y'all got to pray, please, please. So that video is the video that I'm trying to edit right now. And I can't even get through it. I can't even get because I don't want to be mad at my husband, but I was disappointed, very disappointed, and I'm still disappointed. And he don't really understand that. But hours went by. I got down there at like 1 something. So it's 1 something, 2 something comes, 3 something comes. I don't think they came and told me anything about him until maybe 4. It might have been later than that. But they didn't actually send the doctor. They sent the chaplain out to me. Whoa, hold up. Basically, they were telling me my child's gonna die. Oh. I don't really think about it. But when I do, this is how I feel because I'm still traumatized by that. If he's not in this house, if Kite is not in this house by 11 o'clock, I call him, I message him. Are you all right, bud? Are you all right? Are you almost on your way home? Where are you at? Because I'm still like afraid, right? So the chaplain's like, okay, we're gonna talk to you. We're gonna pray. Do you wanna pray? Da, 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 da. And I'm still like, what's going on with my child? What's going on with my child? When I tell you, oh my gosh, when I tell you, when I went in that room, when I went into the room and I saw him, going in the room and seeing him all hooked up and like, let me show you. I don't even think it'll let me. It ain't even on here. It's like, nope. Girl, electronics are amazing. But when I went into the room, she was like, and let me tell you, that hospital staff, because they was getting highly paid, they was getting paid. When you in that trauma unit, oh, it's like, I think it was like $5,000 a day to be there. And so I go in the room and she's like, okay. She's like, we have him in a coma. She was like, he has 2 skull fractures and his brain is bleeding. So we had to put him in a coma so they could stop the bleeding. And then he's got this hole in this thing that's sucking the blood out of his head, right? Out of his brain. So I go in and I'm holding his hand and I'm telling him, I'm here, bud. I'm here. And I'm telling him, you rest, okay? You rest. Rest. And I'm taking care of your business. I'm taking care of your bills. I called your job for you because he was supposed to go to work the next day. So I had to call his job. And I'm like, guys, in the hospital, like, I'm telling him, I'm here. You rest, right? And I'm holding his hand and I'm rubbing it and I'm holding his hand and I'm just watching him. I'm just looking at him, hooked to all of that medicine. And he has his hair. He's got hair like mine, but he keeps it in those braids and it was so long. And I looked and it looked like they had to cut like the top of them off because that's where he had a gash along the right side of his head, like a really big gash, because I think like he probably went forward and hit he rocked or something to hit his head, right? Because he cracked on this side and the back is where his skull fractures were, right? So I'm like, okay. I'm like, he'll be all right. But by this time, after I did that first live, I called my sister and I called my brother and I called my mother. I called, y'all know her, Nana. I called them. And my sister was at work. She was like, I'm coming. But my brother and my mother came. That was had to be the most excruciating 7 days. That's how long he was in a coma that I've ever had in my entire life. That was worse than this. Literally, that was worse than this. Not hearing him, not seeing him. I didn't want to come home, but I had to come home because, I have other kids to take care of because that's me. That's what I do. I take care of my kids, right? Nation has cerebral palsy. And I'm the caregiver. I get him ready for school. I give him a shower. I help him brush his teeth. I make sure his face is clean. Help him pick out his clothes. I make sure his clothes are clean. You know what I mean? We all make sure he's fed, but for the most part, I do those things myself, right? So I'm back and forth to the hospital every day. Can't go to work. Had to stop working. I tried to go to work one day just to try to get it off my mind, but I couldn't even focus. Right? So that 7 days goes by and they're slowly trying to ease him off the fentanyl because they had him on fentanyl because they had to keep him heavily sedated. And they're trying to wake him up. This is like the 7th or 8th day. Well, they were trying that. I think maybe the first 3 days they just let him rest, or maybe 4 days they just let him rest. And then they were like slowly trying to ease him off the medicine so that he could wake up because they wanted to see if he was responsive, to see how his head was, right? So he would recognize my voice. And the first time that he did recognize my voice and he couldn't open his eyes because he was so tired. When the first time he recognized my voice, he just went like he was laying there and he heard my voice and he just went, and it looked like he was gonna cry. And I held him and I kissed him and I just rubbed him. I put my face up to him and I said, "No, bud." I said, "You're okay." I said, "You're okay." I said, "I'm here with you and you're okay." I said, "You just rest. Please just rest. I got everything. I'm taking care of all your business for you. You don't have to worry about nothing. I got you. I got all of that," right? So slowly but surely, we're easing him off of it. And the day that he actually, the next couple of days, they wanted him to do 2 things. Put your thumbs up, wiggle your toes, right? So he really couldn't, I don't know what it was with the nurse that he had, but he ain't really like her too much, right? So when I got there, because I would leave and go shower and brush my teeth and then come back, right? So when I came back, she was like, "He's really da, 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 da." So I'm like, I'm his mom. If I tell him he okay, but because she said I'll go in there and he's woke and he's got these mitts on and he's strapped to the bed. What? I'm supposed to be drinking this. I'm like, why he strapped down to the bed? She said because he's trying to pull his his breathing tube out, but we don't know if he can breathe on his own. We really have to see him do two things. You know what I mean? We want to see him put thumbs up, and we want to see him no, wiggle his toes. That's what they wanted to see. So I told him, I said, okay, bud. I said, he's looking at me and he's going like this. And I'm like, I understand you want this out your mouth. I said, but you have to understand, they need to see you put your thumbs up. Can you do that? So I could tell he was so irritated. So he took and he slammed his thumb up in her face, right? Oh, good, good. Oh, good. Because I guess he was pissed off and he wasn't doing shit for her, right? So then she's like, I just need to see you wiggle your toes and I'll call down so they can get all of this stuff taken and removed from you. And I'm looking at him and he's looking at me and he's got the thing in his mouth and he's going he's looking like, I can't. And I looked at him and I said, lady, I said, ma'am, I said, he has a flat foot. I said, so his toes is not going to wiggle. They never have. He's never been really able to do that. So she said, okay, can you move your feet side to side? He did that so fast. She said, okay, well, lift your leg up. Oh, he took and lift that leg up and slammed it down. She was like, okay, all right, you're ready. Right. So then after that, it was just a speedy process, because my son only spent, I think it was less than 20. He went in on January the 11th. He got out January like 20 something, maybe the 26th or something like that. So he spent a total of like 20 some days in the hospital. When we went, this is the big takeaway, because I was trying to figure out, like, there has to be something big that we need to take from this, because, oh my God, the amount of people that prayed for my boy. Prayer is real. Energy is real. Love is real. Positive, just positive. I wish I could send thank you to every single person that messaged me in my inbox, that sent prayers, that sent love. Because let me tell you, when we went to go see the doctor for the follow-up about his skull fractures, because they couldn't go in and fix it. So I finally got to see what it actually looked like. He still has a skull fracture. His skull's still fractured. And they told me to please make sure we watch out that he doesn't hit his head too hard. He can't really be in like wrestling, and he can't really do like big stuff like that he could actually bang his head, and because it's still cracked, right? So she goes in and she shows me the x-ray and everything, and she looked at me and she said, do you know, even the nurses and everything think that he was a miracle, because he started coming back to himself as much as he did with like, at first I thought he was going to be not himself. He's himself, but you can tell there's a difference now. But she looked at me and she said, he had an aneurysm. She said the accident burst the aneurysm. She said, if not for the accident bursting the aneurysm, you might have found him in his bed dead one day. Look at God. That's all I can say. That's all I can say about that. So when I got my cancer diagnosis, when I found that lump, that's what I thought. I was like, this is God. This is God talking to me specifically. He's been talking to me, and I've been like, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm not going to take that anymore. But this is like when he was really like, you have to start demanding things change in your marriage, because that is what is making you feel angry all the time. That is what is making you just like be not the positive, vibrant person that you are. So that's my miracle. My miracle led me to realize that I thought I was, but truthfully, ladies, I thought I was focusing on myself. I thought I was healing myself. I started my personal growth journey in 2008, the year after my mother passed away. I had to get myself together. Like, I went through so much shit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get myself together. Like, and I tried to kill myself and everything. I took all the depression pill. I went to a therapist. She prescribed me some pills. Them pills made me feel like a zombie. It made me not handle my shit. Right? So I stopped them, thought I was going to try to kill myself. Didn't go to the hospital or nothing, but I slept for 2 days straight. That medicine, I took like 12 Paxils and something else. I forget what else I took. But after that, I stopped myself on the depression pills because I was like, they made me want to kill myself. It was the pills that did it. It was the pills that did it, and the nastiness I was getting from my relationship, the things that was going on in my relationship. Oh my God, that's a whole nother life. But that's where I am now. I'm like, I'm not taking the shit. I'm thinking of my feelings more. Like, when and it's sad because I'm like, is he narcissistic? Am I narcissistic? You know what I mean? You think about those things. Yeah, making excuses for him, to make excuses for him. Because I still see stuff that's still making me like, he gonna have to go to counseling. I honestly think we need to have counseling, or else I don't really want to be in this relationship anymore. And I spoke that I'm speaking that to myself. We have to have counseling. Counseling has to be done. But this is where I am, y'all. And I have so many videos. Oh, the numbness. The numbness in my fingers for the longest is the reason why I don't have all of these videos that I have for you. I need to edit them and get them up. I swear I know I have over 15, 20 videos. And that even includes my mother's worst nightmare series of all of that. You can see like close hand. I'm even gonna like share pictures and everything, like the car. It's amazing those guys made it. Oh, I didn't even tell you that part. There was two other guys in the car with him. His two friends, Aiden and Valdo. Aiden was in the front and Valdo was in the back. Aiden, the way they hit the back of the tractor trailer, and took the axle off, it kind of crushed into Aiden and crushed the left side of his body to where they had to like cut the car open to get him out. I don't know how he's doing today, but I know he had broken bones, like crushed everything. And then I think it crushed Kai's ankle. I think he broke it, but we still don't know. He still has problems with that. But Valdo, the guy that was in the back with no seatbelt on, he walked away. He was the one who climbed out the car and flagged people down to get the police there. So I thank him for that, but I'm still a little upset at those guys but that's neither here nor there, because Kai is here. He will be 25 this year. He's a little aggressive because it hit his frontal lobe, and the frontal lobe is your emotions and stuff. But he's here, and he's helped me so much through this journey, like this cancer journey. I do not These are my buds. When I tell you these are my buds, these are like my best friends. My sons are like my best friends. And I know people say your children shouldn't be your friends. Whatever. My children are the way they are because I talk to them. You shouldn't put your problems on your children. You can ask anybody. My children are so polite. They're respectful. They're giving. And when I mean giving, my children are giving. So I'm pushing myself to get my showcase, my speaker showcase speech down. And every day, slowly but surely, I come up with something different. Like, because we have to have maybe 3 to 5 points that for our topic, and then one plan and a plan for action. So I'm working on it. This is in June, and I have 5 tickets. I think 2 of those tickets, maybe 3 if my husband can get away, are already taken. 5 tickets, free tickets. And what a speaker showcase is. Wow. It's not where people buy tickets to come. No. A speaker showcase is you are in a room with thousands of people, companies, whatever, that want speakers. So they come to see who they can use and who they can give jobs to, who they can get to come speak here, speak there, come talk to their company. So I want to tell people share how to be resilient by sharing my stories. Because, baby, I've got stories. When I mean stories, my life has been a journey. It has been a growing lesson. And one of the things that I want people to take, is I want people to think about whenever you have anything that happened in your life and it hurts you. I want you to take away the good out of it. Take away the lesson out of it, because believe it or not, everything that happened in your life has a lesson in it for you. Every single thing, like everything in my life, I could feel bad about some of the things that I've done. Because when my mother was going through her cancer, I was going through my own shit to where that was during the point where we was heavily into taking Molly. Real talk. And I was just coping with drugs and alcohol and sexing. But the lesson in that was I had to see how my relationship with my husband was and what it was. Because real talk, the day that my mother, Nana is my mother. Yes, Nana Celeste is my mother, but I was raised by Betty Miller, which is my step grandmother. Nana's dad is my papa. He raised me and his wife, right? So she was passing of breast cancer, and me having a son, 4 children. Mind you, I was 28 when she passed away. 4 children, youngest having cerebral palsy. So I was already dealing with a lot, like a lot. I had all my kids by the time I was 23. So I had 4 kids by the time I was 23. So I'm already dealing with a lot, trying to be in a grown-up relationship, still a child, You know what I mean? Still a child trying to be in a grown-up relationship and communicate with somebody who never had that and didn't know how to communicate healthily. But all of that to say that I'm excited where my life is going right now. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I'm just trying to take it in and not give myself excuses to downplay this, because there ain't no refunds on this money that I done spent. So I gotta write this. And I'm a good speaker. I am naturally able to talk in front of people, but like being in front of like the crowd and everything, that's what I'm like. And the way I look too, is my hair gonna be grown back? I don't wear makeup. But it's free. I get hair and makeup. I get a headshots. I get all kinds. This is going to catapult me. And it's what I want to do. It's living my dream. I'm finally living my dream. I'm finally living for myself, not everybody else. Let me see what's over here. Thank you so much for sharing. You're welcome, Shauna, if you're still here. I will keep this live up. I'm going to keep my live up, and I want to. Okay, so that's the whole point why I'm on here, and I still need to work out. But I'm gonna work out. Trust me, I will. I'm definitely gonna work out. I wanted to bring to you guys. I wanted to see, maybe it doesn't have to be a whole bunch of people, but if I could get maybe 3 or 4 people on a live every day, so that I can read to you guys, and you guys like throw out an emotion for me or a mood for me, and I gotta try to match what I'm reading with that mood, no matter what it is, so I can practice for voice acting. Because I have a voice acting coach. I'm in a 6-month class, and I'm hoping to get some voice acting jobs. I've already got one. My friend, she actually was like, okay, I want you for a voice in my children's animation series. So I already got a job. So, but I just got to practice that, and I got to practice my timing, because he said when I read, I speed up a little bit. But thank God I was reading those books on my YouTube page. I think I've read 3 books. I got 3 books that I actually read: The Power of Intention, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, 2 Dr. Wayne Dyer books, and then the Willie Lynch Syndrome, which I still haven't got that done. I still owe a couple pages for that. But that's where we are. And I'm trying to build my YouTube channel, not so less for the monetary. That would be beautiful, because I've been on YouTube since 2006. I'm a what they call OG vlogger. If you go back in my vlogs, I'm an OG vlogger. Before we even had to have monetary or so many subscribers, I had over 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know what happened. I guess some people stopped having their pages, and whatever, YouTube deleted all the ones who didn't have pages. So that just dropped me back down to like, I think I was like at 300 something. So I've had to build myself up, and it's more or less just so that I can share positivity, share stories, let everybody know that some things that we are being told, life is energy right about now. I think right about now we're like good versus evil. That's where we are spiritually. Good versus evil. And and the way I am with my mental, I want to serve. I just want to serve. I just want to share my stories with y'all to give inspiration. You know what I mean? Because we are we are powerful. We are so powerful. So powerful. Plus, I'm a beach body coach. I love exercise. I want to help people. Period. I want to help people. I want to help you. I want to help you know that Water is good. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Stay away from all that sugar. You can have treats. You can have treats. Don't call them cheats because that's negative. You can have treats. But don't do it that often. So I'm about to go dance with Shaun T after I get this down. Because Shaun T, and I'm already feeling like, come on, Shaun T. He makes me smile so much. He is such a character. The Let's Get Up program is excellent for beginners. And let me tell you, I had an athlete body. I was at an athlete status at 151 pounds before I got this cancer journey. In August, I went in at 151 pounds, healthy, vibrant, active, muscles. Here we are. I'm 173.6 pounds. My muscle, oh my gosh, I have to rebuild. Like I'm starting from the ground. Literally from fingernails to eyebrows. Girl, let me tell you something. I went like this one day because usually when I have something in my eye, I either go like this. If it don't come out, I'll grab my eyelashes and go like that. Girl, I went like that. I ain't had no eyelashes, girl. No eyelashes, girl. It's a little bit, they're growing back, but there was no eye. And I was wondering why my eyelids was hurting. Like, why do my eyelids hurt? Why is it hurt? Because the hairs was falling out. Like I'm rebuilding myself from the ground up. And this person that I am, it's Vibe. It's Vibe. That's my nickname. But for business purposes, it's Angela. It's like I'm no longer Angie. I'm no longer her. She's here. She is here with me. But Angela, that's about to be the 4-4. That's about to be the 44-year-old woman this year. That 44, that culture freedom. Wow. Speak it into existence. I think the nations of gods and earth, I think the 5%, that journey that I had, learning about all of that information, learning about the supreme mathematics and the alpha, changed my entire life. Culture, freedom, building it up. And I just want to help and take people along with me. And that's one thing I'm so disappointed with about my Scentsy business. Is I've been with Scentsy for 10 years, and it's not the company. It was me in a way, but then it's I don't understand why nobody is taking what I see as something that they could do. Like I've been with this company for 10 years and I don't have a team. I meet my quota every month, but I'm working on it. It's more or less because you have to follow up. I'm working on being more productive in my business and not thinking that just posting here and there and trying to have home parties, because I don't understand why people ain't taking this business. This is, if you love candles and stuff, let me tell you, Debbie Pitts Palmer, she has a YouTube channel. She's one of the Scentsy superstar directors. And this pandemic, she's used to doing shows and everything. What's up, Ozzy? Thank you, baby. She's used to doing like vendor shows and stuff like that, where she said she was pulling in like $5,000 a month. Pandemic hit and she ain't have none of that. Do you know that my girl is making like 10, 15. I personally know Scentsy consultants who make $50,000 a year. It's not a pyramid scheme company. I wish people would stop saying that, because it's not. You have to individually work your business. I've had people on my team right? I've had people on my team, but they've all fell off for a reason or another. That's on them. But I've learned that when I work my business, I get sales and I get parties. When I don't work my business and I just think that I can just post a picture, do this, and people are gonna come, that's not it. And then you have to build your team. In order to get that big money, you have to build your team. And then that person has to build their team. And then person has to build their team. It's not a pyramid. It's a team. It's working together, because you have to work your individual business to get your quota. And then your people have to work their individual business to get their quota. And then you get paid off of what they're doing. So it's like, we got to work together. I refuse to say that pyramid scheme, because it's not. It's not. I love the products. Goodness, can you tell? Can you tell? I swear. Look at that. Right there, that is 12 years of, 10 years of Scentsy commemorative items. And if I take you into my room back there with all over the 10 years, all of the stuff that I have, I wouldn't part for nothing. I will be a Scentsy consultant for life. If you're interested, it is $25 to join this month only. You don't have to work your business if you don't want to. You can just buy stuff for yourself. You only need to have $200 sale a year to keep your business. Supply your own habit. I'm my own best customer, to tell the truth. Yes, I'm my own best customer. I don't do vendors and events anymore. I don't really, I like home parties. I love to do home parties. That's my favorite, because I love interacting with people. But that's really why I was on here, because I'm trying to get some people to join my team this month. I'm trying to get some people to join my team this month, and I'm trying to get my people to get certified this month, so y'all can get your money back, plus some. And I've met the owners, the past CEO and co-CEO of the company, Orville and Heidi Thompson, plenty of times. I was featured in the 2013 video. They had a video, the videographer come to my house and follow us for 2 days and do a whole, oh man, let me tell you, Scentsy is the business. When all of the stuff happened with George Floyd, look, I went on Facebook and was like, ain't nobody saying nothing. Scentsy ain't saying nothing. They want you to, because Scentsy had this thing where it's like, you don't want to voice your personal stuff where you post your Scentsy stuff. And I was like, ain't nobody, that ain't about that life for me. I said, I'm gonna talk about what I talk about. This is life. And I don't need Scentsy business. I don't need it. How about Orville Thompson himself inbox me and was like, I need you to like fill me in, because I'm a country boy and I guess I've been living in a bubble because I don't know none of this. The CEO came at me. So I got mad respect for the company. Now the new CEO, the actual acting CEO, because Heidi and Orville are in London right now doing missionary work, Dan Orchard, I've met him also. Nice man. This company I've watched since 2011 grow. Like, beautiful. And it's only up from here. Only up. And they're generous. I've never been able to win an incentive, and I be trying, because baby, when I tell you, if I can get a team together and we all win that incentive, they pay for everything. When I mean they pay for everything and they give you money to spend while where you at. How about people ain't jumping? How nobody jumping on that? Nobody trying to build. If you like smell goods and you like cleaning products and you like laundry care products and shoot, you like them little stinking ass things from Walmart or them funky little things from Bath and Body Works. Yes, I'm saying that because if you did not know, I'm going to give you a little history. Scentsy was started in 2004, right? None of this kind of stuff was out before Scentsy was out. They are imitators. Walmart came to Scentsy in like 2000. I forget what year Walmart came to Scentsy and wanted to buy Scentsy to put into their stores so that they just make shit and put it in Walmart. But no, Heidi and Orville were like, no, we have consultants. We have over 12,000, I think it's over 120,000 now. When I started, it was only like 21,000 consultants. I think it's over 200,000 now. And everybody can get money, right? So he was like, no, my consultants are party plan because it's a party plan business. You either do shows or you do parties, but parties is how we put our stuff into the workstation and you get rewards. You get rewards for having parties. Even if I put a party up for myself and I just collect orders, I get rewards and free Scentsy. You know? So he was like, no, I this is for my consultants. And if I close and I give my business to you, what about all of these hundreds of thousands, these consultants that I have? So he didn't do that. So people try to copy. Nah. Scentsy wax is 80% fragrance to 20% wax. So you're getting so much more fragrance for your money and it doesn't evaporate into your air. Because you spending $24.99 on that Yankee candle that evaporates when you could just buy you a $40, $50 warmer that you'll have forever and just keep buying the scents. It becomes quality over quantity. I have warmers that I've had plugged in for 10 years. This warmer right here has been plugged in for since I put it over here in like maybe before my birthday in 2019. It's been plugged in. Watch. Do you see that? Do you see that? Our warmers are warmers. They are not burners. So they will not burn you. You know, some of the things say leave it plugged in for an hour and turn it off. And if you touch it, it's hot. Our warmers are designed to warm the wax, not burn it. So it will not evaporate. It's only designed to melt. So that warmer wasn't even warm. That's an element warmer. But say the ones that have a light bulb is they are designed to stay the temperature of a just poured coffee cup to where you can always be able to pick it up and move it. And my electric bill is not sky high, and I have a warmer in practically every room in the house, and it stays on about, I want to say about $7 to $10 a year is how much electricity my warmers are using. And I have all the laundry care products I do. I mean, and the cleaning, the counter clean. I don't like cleaning my kitchen. I ain't had to do that in a while because my pop-up's here. I love him so very much. He's the best. My pop-up is the truth. 82-year-old, the best ever. But counter clean, the bathroom cleaner, pet supplies, check it out. Go check it out. I'm going to put it in the comments. Check out my website and tell me what you think. Because for $25, that's the price of a mini warmer. For the price of a mini warmer, you are getting a business that you can just buy stuff for yourself, or you can actually work your business. So I'm excited where things are going, and I appreciate and thank you ladies for coming in here and listening to me ramble for over 2 hours. I so very appreciate it. And I think I really needed to share that story. And I think that sharing my Sky story, I think now I might be able to be all right to sit down and look at those videos and edit them and put it online and get myself back into posting on my YouTube page, because I just was feeling down about my appearance. And Vicky, I got that foundation in the mail yesterday, but it looks like it might be a little dark, but I don't know. So I might want to come by and see if you put it on for me and see what it looks like. And you tell me if I should do eyeshadow or whatever, because your girl, I stepped big. Whoo. The host, Dr. Cheryl, and if you don't know, look her up. Dr. Cheryl Wood. Okay? She's a speaker. She's a student of Les Brown. She's a student of Lisa Nichols. She is my mentor. She actually is, oh my gosh, like I'm like just flabbergasted at the choice that I made for myself. She's like, you guys, I want you guys to have a headshot, at least 2 headshots by April. So I keep telling myself there's no excuses. There's no excuses for you to live your life and to live your dreams. You have no excuses anymore because your children are grown. Your youngest child will be 20 years old this year. Okay? So do it. So I scheduled my headshots with a photographer. I'm not sure if $65 a headshot is cheap, but right now I'm just like, I want to just get my headshots. So next week on Friday, I'm scheduled for my headshots. I need to pick out an outfit and I need to figure out what I'm going to do as far as my look. Like, because I just don't feel, truthfully, like honestly, I don't feel myself yet. Slowly but surely, I am feeling myself, but my hair looks so straight and I'm so used to it being so curly. So we're going to see what it do. But this oil that I'm using, baby, it was so bald right here, like my sides, like right here, it was really bald. And up here, it started being bald. So I'm trying to keep my hair oiled, this hair growth oil. And it's by a Black-owned business. It's Bodies by Mila. And I need to order some more because I was using Kaleidoscope and that was working for me. But I noticed that hers has been working so much faster because I've only been using it for like 3 days and my hair has grown like so much in that 3 days. So I'm going to do that. And I'm putting myself to make no excuses to get my shit done. Even if I don't work out in the morning when I want to, I sit my workout clothes out and I put them on in the morning while I'm getting Shawnee ready for school. Because I look down at myself and I'm like, you're going to work out for you. Show up for yourself every day. That's on my mirror. One of my affirmations. I will show up for myself every day this week. Every day this week. Period. Thank you, Shauna. And I will do the same if you have videos. I love YouTube. Because when I started vlogging in 2006, let me tell you, YouTube was a beautiful community. It was beautiful. We all loved on each other. Showed love. It was not the way it is now. Like, but I will just say that I show love to everybody. And I'm happy. I love seeing people's life. I would rather sometimes I watch YouTube versus watch the TV because I like seeing everybody and how y'all are doing and chit-chatting in the comments and even the trolls. I like trolls, but it's a time and place for some stuff. No reason to be in fear of not being here 24/7. No reason to feel guilty. Exactly. 100%. No excuses. Sounds like he gotta go work. I can't wait to like show you guys like my area and stuff. Who's that? You want to come say hi too?
Dirty self.
Are you going?
Yeah.
All right. Holler. Yeah.
Later.
Working on it. Look at her. She won't come say hi. You say hi. This is mine. This is Luna Bean. Her last name is Williams, even though I wanted it to be Bryant because I love Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, motherfucker Kobe Bryant. God dang it. And everybody on that goddamn helicopter. But this is Luna Bean. This is my 3-year-old. She need a bath. She smell like a old Frito right now. This is my 3-year-old Yorkie. She little. Her. But them fingernails need to be cut. Boy, look at them nails. Boy. This is my daughter. I got all boys, but this is my daughter. This is my daughter. You the baby. Are you the baby? Petunia, Luna. She got so many names. I'm gonna put you down now. Where you gonna go? She probably weighs like 6.2 pounds. She a little thing. But let me finish this. Look, after 2 hours, you're supposed to drink this within 30 minutes and go work out. Look at that. But let me tell you, after not drinking this for like 6 months, it's what I needed. It is a pre-workout and it keeps me going. Let me tell you, I done got done so much shit to do on my to-do list. In the past couple days I've been taking this. That's what I needed. Because let me tell you something. And the adjustments to cancer brain, to not having as much energy as I'm used to like, this has been such an adjustment to me, like, to not having strength in my arm, like from them taking them lymph nodes. Can I tell y'all something? I am still numb from that surgery. I had that surgery in December. Oh my gosh, was it the beginning of December? I believe it was the beginning of December. I'm still numb here. All here is numb. All here, like, all right here is numb. All up underneath my arm is numb. All under my arm is numb. When I put my deodorant on, it kind of hurts. Like, it hurts, but it's like it's feeling there, but it's not feeling there. And it hurts, but it kind of doesn't. Like, this cancer will put you through it, child. Get your mammogram, okay? Get your mammogram. Love your tatas, okay? So thankful because if you see, I had surgery, but my girls, they kind of look the same. I was worried if I was going to have reconstruction or whatever, but because of the trial that I'm on and the target of the HER2 positive, they just targeted that. He looked at me and because I asked him, because I was thinking about getting a mastectomy. A mastectomy is where they remove the whole breast. And then I would have had to have reconstructive to make a boob, right? And then, look, he even told me that he would fix the other one so that they would kind of match. And I was like, oh shit, get a new pair of titties. But then I was like, how would I feel having that? So I asked him, I said, well, what do you think? And he looked at me and he said, your cancer, he said, there's nothing there. He said, so I would not, you don't really need it. Go with the lumpectomy. And I was like, okay, so what does that entail? And he said, all that is we go in and we take whatever we see else out of your boob and then we patch you up. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go with that. And he's like, I'm going to take some lymph nodes from under your arm too. I think that was them lymph nodes was cancer though. I honestly do, because he honestly removed those. And when I tell you my arm is different, it's really, really different. And I think this time when I exercise, these arm boobies will be gone. That's what I call the little fat things. I call them arm boobies. People be like, you need to cover that up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to spend 45 hours just keep going like this. No, I'm going to lose them. So I think I can actually lose the arm boobie on this side all the way. So I'm so happy. I'm just like, I'm happy, but I would love to like I need a workout partner. I need some Scentsy partners. I need some people to help me with my voice. We need to help each other out, people. Let's do that. Me and Victoria, we're going to come up with a beef. It's going to be funny, though. That's what I want. I want it to be funny, but I want us to both get some exposure. Because I need some subscribers, people. I'm at like 570. 570. I'm on the push to 1,000 so I can get monetized. Let's go. Me and Vicky. What ideas y'all got? What do y'all think our beef should be? Curtis said because I don't have because we don't have the vaccination here in this house. Nobody in my house is vaccinated except for Papa and Kai. Kai had to get vaccinated because of his job. They either said you either have to take a COVID test every week or every day or something like that. Was it every week? Every week or every day, or get the vaccination. He just chose to get the vaccination. They won't let me get the vaccination because I'm still doing infusions. Plus, I've had it 3 times. Nation has had it, Dad has had it, Newborn has had it. So we've already had it. And when I was doing my chemo treatments, the doctor told me, he said, because you were already so fit, you handled those treatments like a G. He said, if you weren't in such good shape, I probably would have been a toothpick. I probably would have looked so sickly. But I look cancer, like I had cancer for a while there. Now I kind of feel like I look more or less myself. My skin color, I was turning, girls, I was looking pale. Like really, I started looking at myself and I was like, the color is going out of my skin. Like literally, I was like, I felt like I was dying when I was doing that chemo. Even like the last couple radiation sessions, I started feeling like that, like I was dying, like. But my body is telling me every day. These last couple days I've been working out, my body is like, no, girl, we here. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't give yourself the excuse. Don't give you, if you don't do a beach body workout, get your ass up and go walk or do something. Do something. Fill these rings. That's the goal. I only did it for like one day, but I almost got it for the rest of the days. But it is to fill these rings. Fill these rings and just. So if you trying to lose some weight, let me tell you something. There is a way to do it without having to exercise. I'm still in the process. That's what I love about being a coach, is by holding myself accountable is really what a coach is. Holding people, we will hold each other accountable. Like I know Vicky, I'll be watching her do a little exercises sometime, but we got to be consistent, ladies. Because if you want change, you have to be consistent. And that's one thing that I learned with 75 Hard. And I'm going to do 75 Hard again. I know he added all that extra stuff, but I'm going to do this again. I just haven't started yet. When you're consistent, that 75 Hard made me consistent, and it made me build confidence in it. And let me see. Let me show y'all. Dun, 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 dun. Would you believe me if I told you I had 14,774 photos, 911 videos in this phone? Child, I need somebody to help me declutter. Because I know all of these screenshots, I know I have probably duplicates of everything. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, so I just want to show you guys, where is myself? My selfies. I just want to show you guys that journey of me taking, okay. All right, so this is when I started, like a picture a day, like the accountability. I'm going to show you the accountability. No, I didn't. I started in March. Okay. All right, I think this is my first one. We started in March, like March I think it's this one. Okay, so this is what I look like when I started the 75 hard, okay? Oop. All right, so that's one picture. Is it that way? All right, but I was already working out, but this is what I look like, okay? Now, this is pictures of every day. So like starting, whoops. Oh, don't do that. All right, so as you can see, that's every day, a picture every single day. For 75 days, I was taking these pictures, and you saw that one. This is the last day. Let me show you what I look like when I finished. I don't have one where I lifted my, yes, I do. This is the one where I lifted my shirt up, but I had to turn around. Yes. Okay, so that's after 75 days. I went from the same weight, basically, that I am now. I went from that down to 151. And I felt so strong. I felt so lean. My face was smaller. It kind of, I look like a totally different person. I felt totally different. Like I was feeling myself. I look back at these pictures, and this is what keeps me going. Like, because I'm going to do this 75 hard challenge again. I'm going to do it again. And if you're interested, let me know, because we can keep each other accountable. I'm posting on my Instagram stories to keep myself accountable. And that's what I was doing. I need to go and edit my what you call it, my highlights of my 75 hard journeys, to put them all on there, because I have them in individual little highlights so that you can see every day what I was doing. I went live. I did one to show the morning time workout in the afternoon, so I could get accountability for both of those workouts. Some days it was raining. Some days I didn't walk. I would open my garage door, stand outside so that I was outside, because it was still cold when I was working out. And I would do the I was using the Apple Fitness app, and I was dancing. So by being consistent, and I love to have a workout partner. So if you're interested, let me know, hit me up. Because your girl is a Beachbody coach. And those programs, it's 14, look, it's mad programs on there for anybody. It's like the Netflix of workouts on Beachbody. And they got that bike. I want to get the Beachbody bike, because I want to actually get back in. I can't wait till I can be a spin instructor again. That was life. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait. I want to get that Beachbody bike, and I'm ready. I'm ready to be in the spotlight. I'm ready to get these be in somebody's commercials. One day you're gonna hear me in an animation movie. You're gonna hear me in commercials. Let's do it. 20. Look, wait a minute. 22. 2022, 246. But 22 is actually like victory. So it's like freedom, culture, get it all. Get it all. Let's get it all. I'm going to drink the rest of this. Okay. Boom. It's time to work out. It's time to work out. And I'm not doing like as much as I could be doing. So I'm going to do the 10-minute yoga. And then today's workout for Let's Get Up with Shaun T is show up and lift. So I probably need my weights today. And from using 10 to 15 pounds to having to go down to using a 2-pound weight, I might bump it up to a 3-pound weight. I'm not sure, depending on what it feels like. I think I will try the 3-pound weights today, but I'm just trying to go slow because I don't want to overstrenuate my arm. I really don't, because they took them lymph nodes and I'm still building up so that's what we're doing. And that's probably going to be like 35 minutes. So probably maybe like 45-minute workout basically is what I'm getting. Is that what it is? I think 10 minutes and 30. Yeah. About 40 some minutes that I'm getting a day. I want to push it up to doing an evening workout, which I want to push it to walking, to actually going outside and walking. I'm so excited. Like, find the good. Find the good in every situation that you face. Find the lesson for yourself. Because trust me, there is good in every single situation. Because it's always room to grow. It's always room to grow. That's why you see we're working on and I think he's slowly starting to like see stuff now that my pop-up has been here. Since my pop-up has been here, he has changed in more or less he's starting to, because I hate saying that he's a narcissist, but that's the tendencies that he has. But I think it's because of how he grew up. I think it's what he's been through in his life that has made him like that. And I think with having another man here, because he never had a man in his life, and seeing how my pop-up is with me. You know, my pop-up is 82 years old. My pop-up was taking care of me. We in this house taking care of each other. When I was going through the chemo, he always, you need something to eat. You want me to fix you something. You want me to fix you something. And being somebody who don't really ask anybody for something, oh, no. So I'm just eating what my husband's bringing to me. And I have not been eating as healthy as I could have been eating. But he's kept my kitchen clean. And that was one thing that I was like, oh, my God. I wasn't going in the kitchen because nobody was cleaning the kitchen, and we got a dishwasher. My pop-up don't even use the dishwasher, ladies. He hand washes the dishes. But nobody's really in there. So, but he's supposed to be going back to Mississippi next week. I'm supposed to be going down there with him this month, maybe the end of this month, going back down to Mississippi, and I'm going to miss him. He thinks he's overstayed his welcome, but I'm looking at him like, no, you stay here as long as you want. I enjoy talking to you when I do. And sleeping pop-up is funny. Pop-up be out, baby. He be out. Don't be barking at me. What you want? You smell like a little Frito, girl. We gotta get you clean. No, honey boo boo. You smell like a Frito. Frito-Lay. Get on out of here. But what do you guys got planned? Vicky, what you doing today? It's Friday, girl. It's Friday. What you doing? What you got planned today? I gotta put my thing back up here. I'm here. Ugh. Y'all want to see some more of my area? Look at this. I got inspiration everywhere. You know what? That right? Oh my God. And let me tell y'all about when I found out Kobe Bryant died. It was like, God, you ain't take my son, but you took my favorite person in the world. My favorite person in the world away. Let me tell you how inspirational Kobe Bryant is. If y'all ain't seen Kobe Bryant Muse, M-U-S-E, watch it. If you ain't pulling up his videos where he's talking to people, where he's giving interviews and stuff, watch them. Inspiration. Oh my God. I loved me some Kobe. Let me tell you. Before we went to go see Kai, he was still in the hospital. Before we went to go see Kai, me and hubby went to TGI Fridays to have a drink and have some food. Right? We're sitting there and I'm looking and Kai messages me. And at this time, he's still like jumbling his words because he's still trying to get himself together. So I'm reading it and it said something. Did you see Kobe Bryant died in an airplane accident? I stopped and I looked at Kay and I was like, what? So I'm on TMZ. I sent him a picture of me crying. Let me see. I think I still had a picture in this damn phone. Because, yep, that is the picture that I sent. That's me in TGI Fridays. You see the date? January 26th, 2:58 p.m. 2020. Literally, I still every once in a while cry. Yeah, I didn't know Kobe Bryant. I didn't know, but certain people touch your heart. Certain people touch your heart and they push you. They push you. Be the best version of yourself. That's Mamba mentality. And he's helped me build my confidence and do shit. Like, don't we live in excuses? His work ethic. People hate on Kobe, but that man's work ethic. I aspire to have his work ethic. My this book right here. I think this is the next book that I want to read on YouTube on my page. It's long. Own Your Morning, Elevate Your Life. The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. I've read this already and I'm going to read it again. And my goal is to be part of the 5 a.m. Club because being up in the morning, it is true. It's quieter. The energy is more clearer to where you can get shit together. Yeah. So get this book because we're going to be reading it. I'm not sure when I'm going to start, but this is the next book. Good God, it's long, but I've got a couple pages in here that I've saved. Let me flip the one. It must be something on here that I wanted to save. Let's see what part. This book is awesome. And it's just awesome. And some of this I didn't even, definitely got to read it again. The journaling habit. I stopped journaling. Ladies, let me tell you. Love yourself. Love yourself before you put all your love in a man. Period. Because when we was going through our shit and I was writing in my journals, I gave him permission to read my journals, which was wrong because he read them and he used and he took everything that I wrote in my journal and he threw it at me like mean and like he used my shit, my feelings, my pouring my heart out against me, and I stopped journaling. And it's been hard to start, and this has been over 10 years that look. No more, no ma'am, no more excuses. No more excuses. I'm working on getting back to it. Putting me number one. But let me get this workout in, ladies. Let me get this workout, ladies. What are y'all going to get into today? Because it's Friday. I might want to come back with y'all. We can have a dranky drink and we could talk, because y'all probably can help me. Y'all probably can help me get my little speaker showcase speech together and find some points that I can use. Cause I'm a good speaker. I naturally can share stories. I love shares, and I'm animated. And that's one of the best things Les Brown said. He said, when you share your stories, you want to share your emotion. You want to share the realness, the authenticity. And I'm as authentic as it is. Like, I've grown and I've changed, but I honestly believe that I've been maintaining being the same person that I've always been. Even no matter how hard I put myself down, I may get mad at people, I may scream, but I always come back with like, it's me and it's not you. Transparency. Yes, Vicky. Yes, you're going to be getting these transcripts done. Come on, Vicky. Let's go. Give motherfucking Life with Vicky a motherfucking hand, because you inspire me too, Vicky. You inspire me too, because I be like, you be doing it. I'm trying to get on that kind of level, that where I'm producing shit for myself. You know what I mean? I'm actually doing it. I'm actually being consistent with working and doing it. So kudos to the ladies that's doing it. But ladies, I've been on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes, and this Energize is buzzing through my system. So I'm gonna go get this workout in. And what time? Do I have anything else to do? I gotta go see my sissy. That's one thing I gotta do. And drop off her Harry Potter warmer and her Harry Potter the Hogwarts wax collection for her. That's through Scentsy. I posted my Scentsy. I'll post it again. Go check out that stuff there. Go check it out. You like candles and stuff? Go check it out. $25 to join this month. That's the price of a small warmer. You buy your stuff and get paid for it. That's if that's what you want to do. Around dinner time. What time is dinner time for everybody? About 7, 6? Is that dinner time? 6, 7? We're going upstairs in a minute. Hold on. Pause. She barking at me. Okay, so I will put up a reminder. Look for the little reminder. I like make a little schedule thing. And I'm thinking maybe around Nation gets home at 2:30, 7, 8 o'clock. Give me enough time to I should be done by 3 to shoot down and drop this off to my sister. Yeah, and go by the bank and put some the bank machine, put some money in there. Hush it. Silence. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, but look for the reminder. And thank you for all the new subbies. Thank you guys for watching me today, this morning, spending this 2 hours with me. Mwah. And yes, look for my videos. I'm working on it. I'm trying to put up shorts, and I'm trying to go live more until I can get all the videos up. We are going. Can you hold on a minute, ma'am? Can you hold on? Thank you. She doing circles and doing circles. She crazy. All right. Love you guys. Peace out. Oh, and my introduction. I forgot to do my introduction. It's V to the I to the B to the mother of 5E. 5 is the little puppy. That's my little signature introduction. I'm still working on the like, share, subscribe. What else I'm going to say? But rude. All right. Love you guys. Check out that link down there. $25 to join. I will be back later on today or probably tonight, like evening, because I got to get this workout done and I got a couple errands. But yeah, thank you. Bye, Vicky.